Greetings special heads, welcome back to Automation, and today we're gonna go back into the scenario, into the campaign type thing we got going on. I named the truck, it's called the Bullock, because you know it's not a concept car anymore. It goes into production, therefore no name from ancient mythology. So there it is. Some people have pointed out that maybe the V8 is a little bit overkill for a cheap truck for everyday farmers and workmen and all that, and I can kind of see the point, but first of all, the prestige not the prestige costs, what even is that supposed to mean? The service costs are fairly low per year. Keep in mind that this is today's money, not 1955's money. And also, the prestige is something I wanted to point out. Sure, 13.6 is not truly impressive, but then again it's a ladder chassis with steel chassis material and panel material, so what do you expect? However, the selling point of the V8 is, people would go like, oh, have you seen that Hephaestus concept car earlier last year on the Geneva Auto Show? Yeah, what's up with it? This truck has the same basic engine as that concept car. That's kind of the point. That's the idea. So let's move on. We are going to go ahead and choose the Vesta here, because it is after all meant to be a premium family saloon, if you will, and for that purpose we probably want to refine it a little bit. Let's see, let's move along. We lost a year with not very much progress. So this is the how do we even call this now? This is the I'll think of a name. Let's just call it what it used to be called anyway. So what do we change for 1956? This is going to be a another chassis type, I think. No, we're gonna make it from steel. So that's the first thing, because aluminium was very expensive back then. It wasn't really a standard thing. Also, I think we might wanna, since McPherson's is more of a not so common thing back then. Most cars had double wishbones. Let's go with double wishbones on the front end. That also widens the front fenders a little bit. How much can we have? 225s, 195s up rear. Leaf springs. Yeah, that was pretty much the go-to back then. So let's stick with that. This is, well, do we change anything about the looks? I don't think we do, honestly. Maybe no, give me a second. Alrighty, I am back, and I still don't think I want to change anything about the aesthetics of this car. It's always kind of a quote-unquote magical moment if you've seen a concept car at the car show, and then usually what happens is the real car that goes into production is totally different. So it's always kind of a magical moment when the car goes into production just the way you've seen it aesthetically at least, at the car shows. So I wanna keep it the same here. Let's see, can we retune anything about this engine here? Probably can. And you know what? It is 1956. We've seen that dual overhead cams with 5 bars per cylinder can work properly. We still don't have much experience with it, so you know, we are going to decrease the quality here as well, just to be fair. We are gonna decrease the cam profile because we are now making a lot more power anyway. And oh, the ignition timing is already up at 100. Let's run it quickly, see the torque curve a little bit more clearly. We can increase the red line, I think. 4500. Yeah, 4500 seems pretty reasonable for this day and age anyway. Also, we should probably run it on regular leaded and get rid of the silly standard and get rid of a silly performance intake. Still, do we want quad carbs? Probably like quad barrel carburetors, probably not. Or maybe one quad barrel carburetor is what we'd actually go for. Let's see. Yeah, I like that. I like that. I like the look of this. Even if it's not, you know, the most amazing thing to have a single quad barrel carburetor, but you know. So this causes knocking. Well, but I'm trying to optimize the torque curve here. So let's go with this. There's kind of a slope down and then upwards again in the mid range here. I don't know what's up with that. Seemed to be flatter this way. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with this. 28 seems like the most balanced of torque curves. So good. 36.3 reliability is pretty decent for this day and age. Let's see what we do not have any problems with any of the parts. Are we going to? Yeah, we're gonna replace the crank. Conrads. Oh yeah, sure. Oh no, then it's got. That is too much torque already, really? And if you go for these, and it's too high RPM. We gotta go with forged. Yeah, I mean, if we're gonna have forged conrods and pistons, we might as well have a forged crank as well. It only adds one more production unit and actually reduces the costs a little bit, and it gives us more smoothness and reduces the weight. Ah, good. So 188 horsepower is definitely more than we had before. I don't know if the economy is better though. And we are gonna have steel panels now, so it's heavier. Then again, it's a four-door saloon. What do you expect this to be? Like a light, nimble sports car? No, it's not. So gearbox wise, we probably want the 3-speed, since it's 4 speeds are not really that common yet, and also 3 speeds are cheaper. We do not need a top speed that is that high. 9.2 seconds acceleration time is not too shabby. What if we go like this, 9.8 seconds? What if we do this, 11.3? Okay. Let's do like something in between, 9.4. This reduced wheel spin, this did not. Okay, 65 is pretty much a happy medium. As far as tires go, probably more like hard long life road tires, with reduced drivability. Yeah, medium compound road seems like a good solution here. Can we increase this? Yeah, we can. A little bit more tire. 185s on the rear is pretty much what I would like here. Very good graph for drivability, maybe even a little bit too much on the understeer side. So I am back again. So what kind of rims do we want in this thing? I think these are fine anyway. We cannot add wider tires, we've tried that. As far as brakes go, show me the graph. We do have a lot of brake fade. So I have returned once more. We do want bigger brakes on the rear end. So what do we do? We want this car to be comfortable, so it only seems logical to reduce the pad type, but that would give us more fade. What if we add a little bit of brake airflow? That reduced the brake fade by 0.1%. Fantastic. And of course this adds 0.5. The comfort did go up a little bit. Honestly, I think that's worth it. This average reliability did not really go down actually. I think that's worth it. This has better drivability, so we're gonna go with that. Comfortable setup, I would say. No bottoming out. Nice drivability. Great comfort actually, 31.7. Here's the question: if it's an everyday saloon, I think premium is enough, isn't it? Let's see the cost difference, like in total price here. So now we have 8,129, 7,559. That is actually quite a difference. I think for everyday driving, premium is more than enough. And let's see, AM radio. I kind of still like the idea of having the phonograph in there as kind of something not everybody has in their car, really. Something prestigious, if you will. The weight is up from where it was before, obviously, but you know, it's not too bad. Sportiness, we don't need sportiness. I think, and I actually don't think that I will put this sport version into production, because for something more sporty, I wanna revise the Hephaestus. So, what do we call it? Let's actually just call it the 1956 Vesta Deluxe Production Deluxe. Like, obviously the production is only a hint for me to know, okay, this is the one I put in production and the other one is the concept car. The actual car will not be called Vesta Production Deluxe. It'll only be called Vesta Deluxe. So, so this is our 1956 Vesta. And this is the this is a 1956. Why did I write 40 valves here when an inline 6 only can have 30? So that is the first revision here. I hope you guys are happy with this. It's got a little bit more power, a little bit better economy, lowered cost, more comfort, better drivability. The only thing that really went down is sportiness, which we don't need anyway. So this would go into production. This is the one that you would actually be able to buy, I guess. So now let's go to the Hephaestus. And then advance 1 year. We are also going to go back here. Since this is a GT car and I want a little bit more difference between it and the Vesta, and that is also somebody that's also something that one of you pointed out, is I should probably give this guy a monocoque chassis. Then double wishbones up front as well. Leaf springs rear. Let's see. Let's go with it. Actually, is this something that people used in 1955? A semi-trailing arm. Let's just stick with leaf springs. Anyway, as far as looks go, I want to keep this the same as well. Maybe add something else on the bonnet. Something like this. Okay. I don't think we want a wing on the rear end, because that's not a thing in the 50s anyway. Let's replace the exhaust with some quad exhausts. Can we actually put them somewhere other than here? There goes. Yeah. That's the 1956 Hephaestus now. Even though I said I have no need to call the name the production cars after something in Greek or Roman mythology, I couldn't think of an adequate name for the two cars, the Hephaestus and the Vesta, so I'm gonna leave those names for now and just care about the names later, and for now move on with the actual cars, really. So as far as this engine goes, we also, I think I do want to stick with the setup we have here, with the triple carburetor and the performance intake, because this is a GT car, this is meant to be a little bit more sporty. But what if you go for this and then this? That did not do anything, really? 241 horsepower, 141 horsepower, 455 Newton meters. It did lower the fuel octane though. Responsiveness is worse? Yeah, so let's keep it the way it is. Also, this is year number 1956. Let's see, do we have anything that could allow us to rev this engine a little bit higher? I don't think so. Let's go with tubular headers. Even though they weren't really a thing yet. And let's reduce one reverse flow muffler with a baffled one. Or maybe not, because we lose power by doing so. 2 horsepower, yeah sure, it's not a big difference, but it is a difference. We do have a little bit of valve load still. I don't want to reduce the rev limit any further though, so I guess we'll just have to live with it. So this is basically unchanged, this engine. However, for this car, I think a 4-speed makes more sense. But the drivability went down so terribly. Huh, that is a problem. $13.3. This is actually not bad. What if we do this? 36. 36 seems to be kind of a sweet spot. Then as far as tires go, we cannot go any further here. We need to solve this. We do not want this car to oversteer. How do we do it? Reduce the... Oh. Damn it. What do we do to change this? It does not oversteer anymore, but now it's got heavy understeer. Now we got oversteer again. Can you change anything? Then reduce that oversteer. I think this makes... does this make it better or worse in the end? This makes it worse if I lower the camber. If I increase it, then it becomes more drivable. So it's 1.01 drivability multiplier, but still oversteers. If we do this, there we go. Go for a little bit higher ride height, just we don't bottom out anymore. There it goes. Okay. So it does not understeer anymore. Oh, it does not oversteer anymore, excuse me. Finally. Okay, so we solved one problem. Now we got the next one, which is the brakes. 12-inch rims makes for ridiculously small maximum rotor size. Honestly, I have no idea how to get rid of the brake fade other than, you know, give it even more aggressive pads, but then that's not really what I want in a GT car. It should also be relatively comfortable. The cooling is fine as is, but we are gonna add some brake airflow as well. Just a tiny bit. Because when you look at it, either these vents... Wait. Or these ones could actually direct air towards the brakes. I mean, if you really think about it. For a GT car, I think it is probably... I mean, it's probably the best anyway to have the 5 seats, isn't it? It can do without the phonograph, I think. Actually, no, it sort of can't, because a GT car has always been a very prestigious object, and as such I really want to keep this in here. Luxury interior, maybe? I mean, spoiliness is... well, it is higher than on the Vesta, but it's, you know, 6.3. So... wait, what did we do to decrease the drivability? Oh, okay. Probably add the brake airflow? No, that actually increases it. Or if we... that decreases the... how did we just decrease the drivability then? I don't know. It was above 14, wasn't it? How about the manual locker? Okay, it's not good. Let's keep the automatic locker then. This is lighter than the Vesta. It's also got more power. It's also faster, significantly so now, because the Vesta does it in now 9.2, I think, 9.3, 0 to 100, and this one does it in 7.5, which is quite a difference. And then, I mean, stopping distance on pretty much all cars is absolutely terrible, because that's what it was like in the 50s. If you wanted to stop, you needed plenty of space. Yeah. Comfort is pretty decent. And let's see, let's actually not see, let's hear. What if I make first gear go to over 100 kilometers an hour? That will give us some drivability and some sportiness, and will not significantly change the acceleration time, only by 0.1 seconds. So I think that's worth it. Now though, I still want to change a little bit of this engine here. I want the torque curve to be a little bit better. I can't find another word. And again, we also can't rev it very high. What if we do this? Ooh, look at that. $460 Newton meters from a 5-liter in 1955 is quite something, I can tell you that much. So now we can also increase the ignition timing some more. Not by this much though. Let's go back to 85. No. Let's keep it higher. $90. 86. I think I wanna keep it at 86 here. And this at 34. Can I increase this now? Yes, I can. Okay, so 275 horsepower. Oh, we can... Yeah, the exhaust is limited. So 283 horsepower is quite a number in 1955. Like, this is up. Like, it might even be a contender for the fastest car in the world back then. Now though, we get some more wheel spin, which is a problem because it reduces the drivability. It did increase the sportiness though. I mean, let's face it, you can only have either or in 1955, or 56, excuse me. You can only have either, you know, power and sportiness, though not very much of it, or high drivability. You can't combine both. So let's see, how much does this do? .4 seconds. What if we do this? That would be 7 seconds flat. I still want this car to be sort of drivable. 7.3 seconds. 13.1, 7.2. Isn't this where we were to begin with? Oh, we need more cooling airflow as well now. There goes that. If we add luxury interior, then the weight distribution should be better, and that should limit our wheel spin. It did not make it more drivable though. And the acceleration time actually went up. And the wheel spin only changed by 0.2%. So maybe that's not worth it. Yeah, I think it's not worth it. So therefore, what does it do now? Wait, is the top speed? The top speed is now lower than before I made the gearing longer. Doesn't really make sense, but it is what it is. .1 seconds even acceleration time now. 253.8, and I think now we got 255, don't we? We do. Weird. So let's keep it as it is right now. This is the Hephaestus GT. Again. So I know this is the production car. So I think we're done with this episode now. This is the car you are going to buy if you want a Hephaestus, which is... I mean, is it the fastest car in the world at that point? I mean, 255 is... You gotta admit, that is pretty impressive for 1956. But is it the fastest? I don't know. So I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, please click the like button, it helps out a great deal. Subscribe if you wanna see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.